There's a battle going on in Muslim communities in Britain and across the Islamic world. A hidden struggle between religious fundamentalists and a group of people who are heading in the opposite direction. They are ex-Muslims, people who are leaving Islam entirely. They are forced to live in the shadows.
I have 4 head stabs, like machete wounds on my head.
I've spent a year filming with a woman who's known as the most controversial and outspoken ex-Muslim in Britain.
They see us as people who are troublemakers, deviant, apostates and blasphemers.
She gets regular death threats, and she's often criticized for her attitude towards religion.
There is nothing more intolerant than religion.
But I spend time with her behind the scenes. When she isn't campaigning, she spends her life helping ex-Muslims who are in deep trouble, even danger.
Council of Ex-Muslims of Britain is both a campaigning group for the right to apostasy, and it's also a support group, really, for people who've left Islam. In the work that we do, we find it very common for young people, especially, to feel shunned and ostracized and shamed. A lot of people are torn between living their lives and gaining the approval of their parents and their family. It is devastating for a lot of the young people who go through it.
Samira lost her faith 10 years ago, but only told her parents recently.
I'll never forget how my mum just cried for ages. My dad couldn't talk much. And my mum was wailing, she was begging me not to do this.
What did you say?
Dad, I have to, and I'm sorry. I have to tell you who I am. For the last 10 years I've been this, I'm only disclosing it to you now. And you've loved me the whole last 10 years, I'm the same person. And they're like, but no, you're a kafir. The worst of the worst, because, you're not even a Christian, you're not even a Jew, you're not even a Hindu, you have no God. To have no God, you're the worst kind. All of a sudden here, I was perceived as someone that had no morals. I was a loose woman with no morals. My mum and dad are so heartbroken, and it hurts me that I had to tell them that and I had to break their heart.
Do you feel a lot of guilt about this?
Yes, I do. It's having living parents, living family, such strong attachments, and you mourn their loss while they're alive.
Samira is still in contact with her parents, but the relationship is very difficult. Her identity is disguised to protect them because of the pressure they might face from the wider community.
Well, I think the community will come to my parents and tell them that their daughter has dishonoured them, then that she has dishonoured the community, and that my parents didn't do a good job at all to bring up a daughter like me. They should have probably killed me when I was young.
Some people Maryam has helped have experienced serious violence and abuse. Safia contacted her 3 years ago. She says she just told her parents she didn't believe in Islam.
I was planning to run away from home and go to university because my parents didn't want me to move out of home. I think I said, I'm not a Muslim anymore. I thought that would mean that they would let me go. But they locked me in the house, and they hit me. They burnt my arms.
They burnt your arms?
Yeah, I still have the scars. Like my dad, he said that he wished he'd already killed me or that he'd strangled me when I was born.
Maryam put Safia in contact with the police and other authorities and helped keep her safe. No charges were brought against her parents, but she's now left home. Some people Maryam's group help end up becoming volunteers themselves. Like Rehana. She grew up in a strictly religious family in Bangladesh.
I was told that it is Allah's command for parents to tame their children. And my mom said that wherever I beat you on your body, that part goes to the heaven. I was like, oh, okay, sorry. I used to have very negative self-image about myself because I just didn't feel I belonged to my community, my own family, and that used to eat me every day. And it was very lonely, very isolated. I mean, I wish my parents accepted me the way I am, and if they supported me, I mean, that would be enough. If they're angry with me, I would wish that they forgive me, I mean, and accept me the way I am. I've done everything, but I wasn't good enough.
Rehana has now come out publicly as an ex-Muslim.
Bring it close to your mouth. Here, I'll hold it for you.
Yes. Our new movement of this defending free speech starts from here.
But she says it has devastated her relationship with her family.
I haven't seen my family for a year now. I can't go back to my country. I lost my friend. I just want to believe that maybe one day I can go back to my family and embrace them and tell them I love them. I just can't replace how much the pain I feel. I don't think no matter how much I work as an activist or anything, I can never, I can just never, replace that. I can't do that. I love them, but I can never tell them how much I love them. But yeah.
They're so concerned about their parents. I mean, Rehana's father is cursing her on the internet, and she hears about an attack in Bangladesh and she's worried about them. All they want to do is just think a different way, and they're not allowed to.
But Dr. Al-Hamdoun argues it's not realistic to expect atheists to be treated the same way by a religious community.
That's normal perspective. In the eyes of the religion, you have done something wrong because religion expects you to stay religious. And you're saying, I don't want to be religious. So they, of course, can say to you, you're no longer favorable in our eyes.
I've been filming with the Council of Ex-Muslims of Britain, a volunteer group who help atheists from around the Islamic world. In 12 countries, all of them Muslim, apostasy or blasphemy carries the death penalty. The Council is in contact with thousands of people who live in these countries, and sometimes they try to help them if they need to escape. It's 4 o'clock in the morning in central London. I'm meeting Imad Habib, a long-time member of the Council.
Where are you going?
So I'm going to a hotel where there is two girls who contacted us, want to escape.
The young women have contacted his group after seeing their campaigns online.
How long have you been in touch with them?
We've been in touch for probably a long time, maybe a few months. We're gonna meet them. I will try to get them somewhere safe.
The women come from an extremely strict Islamic country. Their family is on holiday in London, and they've decided to run away. Imad himself made the same journey. After he came out publicly as an ex-Muslim, he had to leave Morocco to escape prosecution by the authorities and attacks by religious extremists.
First of all, you suffer. There is no one to help you. If you speak out at any moment, you're gonna be at risk. You feel afraid, you feel scared that anybody might find out who you are really. It's a really risky journey that those people take.
But that's all we can show. Imad and I did meet the young people, but they said they were too scared to be in the film at all. We can't say any more for their own safety. We can't even say what country they come from. But it was a small insight into a much larger, much broader phenomenon. I came to realize that Maryam, Namazie and her group are plugged into a growing international resistance movement.
You cannot stop the deluge. They cannot stop what has started. We are not going to be silenced anymore.
One report estimated that there are 1.5 million atheists in Saudi Arabia and another 4 million in Pakistan.
The internet and social media is doing to Islam what the printing press did to Christianity, because it's one way in which masses of people can connect with each other, can hear ideas that are taboo and forbidden.
These are all members of the International Ex-Muslim Network. Their identities are hidden and their voices have been disguised because of the severe risks they face.
They are existing everywhere in Muslim country. This is my passport. I am a Slovakian atheist.
We have everything to lose. Despite you trying to suppress our voices, we're not afraid.
My dream to live in a country where I can say everything in public without people trying to kill me.
We will use our pen, our computer, and internet in our resistance against extremist people.
Just because we're silent doesn't mean we don't exist, and people need to remember that.